What's up, guys? I'm back. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I took some time to do what I do, and I came back with this makeup look. I hope you guys like it. If you want to see how I did this makeup look and you want to get some makeup tips, come on and watch the video. We're back and ready to do this. So how has everybody been? So I'm just filling in my eyebrows with the Beauty Creation pencil. And I'm just, bringing it through the eyebrow, making it pretty light at the front, this end of the eyebrow. And then deepening it the further I go with the eyebrow. If you make a mistake, don't worry. There's nothing that a little concealer can't fix. Have you guys been watching any shows? I've actually watched a couple of shows. I watched The Circle on Netflix, which is actually a really good show. It's a game show. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out because it's really cool. It's something that is unique, and that's what I like about it. What else have I seen? I mean, Law and Order. I've seen them all, but you guys, if you don't know me, I do watch a lot of Law and Order. It's my show. I really am into Tyler Perry's Sisters and The Oval. Like, those are my shows. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. If you guys haven't seen those, check those out also. There's also a couple of Tyler Perry shows, which I can't think of right now, but I started watching them, and I really hope that Tyler Perry finishes those shows because they don't have endings to them, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. But yeah, definitely check out those shows because they're really, 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 really good. This year was kind of a rough year for me, so that's kind of why I took the time off from here and got myself right, and now I feel better. So I feel like now it's time to come back and bring back some videos, different types of videos, try to see if I can grow my YouTube page a little bit, because that's really what I want to do. But let's see. I really would like comments about different types of things you guys would want to see. Like, would you guys want to see favorite videos, or would you want to see crazy makeup videos, as far as not just a glam, but face paintings or things like that, or Q&As, question and answers. We could do something like that, but you guys let me know what you want to see. All right, so I did fill in. What I was doing was I was filling in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Don't mind it, it's pretty dirty, but I was filling in with that the rest of the eyebrow. Take the e.l.f. Camo concealer, and I'm just gonna lightly do the eyebrows. Well, not lightly, but I'm gonna just carve them out and kind of use the concealer as my base, because that's what I like to do better than an eyeshadow primer. So I'm just going underneath the eyebrow right now and kind of just, before anything, just shaping out how I want it to be, and looking at it and just seeing that it looks good. And I just like to pretty much start with just going around the eye first, like I said, to kind of just shape it out. And don't worry, it will look crazy in the beginning, but trust the process. Trust the process. Guys, I missed you. I missed you a lot. I missed just doing this. I missed just makeup and, just being able to sit here and do something that I like to do. Like I said, I kind of lost interest in it for a while, but makeup is my love. So I don't think I'll ever stop doing makeup. I just needed a break. Alright, so I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge and I'm just going to pat this all down. And I'm still trying to think of the look that I want to do today. Probably something simple. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Sephora. This is a Sephora Bright Future color corrector. And I'm kind of just gonna put a little bit of that underneath the eye to kind of get rid of the blue. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna use something else because I don't like the fact that I am so blue under there. It's so annoying. So I'm gonna take this, don't mind it, it's pretty used, but I'm gonna take the color corrector and I'm gonna go in with this salmon color right here, and I'm gonna take it with the brush, and I'm just gonna start mixing that in, especially in the corners right here, to kind of, again, get rid of that blue. I'm just gonna take my sponge and I'm just gonna pat this in like that. And I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit of concealer, just 2 dots, because we're gonna conceal after, also after we put on our foundation. I just want to put on a little bit of coverage here now. So, little trick, just get yourself a color correcting palette and just put a little bit of salmon underneath, like the salmony color, and then put a little bit of the pink brightening one. If you buy something like this, it has both of them in it, so you could just do something like that. You don't need to buy 2 separate things like I have. All right, so I'm gonna start out with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go into the Jacklyn Hill palette. I'm just gonna use a regular eyeshadow brush, and this palette is well used, as you can see. And I'm just gonna start out with this color right here. Obviously you can see it's very used. Excuse me, that color is Silk Cream. I'm just gonna swirl it in there, dust it off, and then I'm just gonna bring that at the top like that and just swirl it around. If you guys are wondering, no, I do not set the concealer because I feel that it picks up the eyeshadow more when you don't set it. So that's the reason why I don't. And I just go back and forth until I'm okay with at least this base cover, this base color. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is Pooter. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, dust it, and I'm just gonna go right underneath that color and just start putting it in the crease. So the other one was kind of above the crease. This one is more in the crease. All right, and I'm gonna take a smaller brush like this. So it's like a fluffy brush, but not as big. And I'm gonna go into a little bit darker brown. So I'm gonna go into this brown right here. And this one is mocha. This one is mocha. So I'm gonna dab a little bit, dust it, and this one's gonna go directly in the crease. Like that. And then I'm gonna start bringing it on this little corner right here. Like that. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit because I think we're gonna cut the crease. I'm thinking about it. All right, so you want to make sure that you bring it in these corners too, so that it's there, and make sure that you don't have any harsh lines, so just, buff out those lines. Nobody wants those lines. I'm gonna cut the crease. Let me find my brush. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna dab it on there and kind of just put this where I want it to be. So I don't want it to go too high up because like my eyes, I don't know what's going on, but my eyes are definitely starting to become like hooded eyes. I guess, you know, I'm getting older, so. But I don't want to go too high up, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Sorry if you guys can't see. I'm trying to see what I'm doing and trying to be able to make you guys, to let you guys see what I'm doing also. So right now I'm just going over it, and I'm kind of just bringing it to the middle, but I'm gonna stop in the middle. I'm gonna go in with this, it's called the Altered palette, and this is what it looks like. I can't really see the shadows, but I'm gonna go in with like this gold one right here. I think we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna use a packer brush so I can pack that color on. So I'm just gonna take the color, get it all over my brush, and then I'm just gonna start patting it. Not swiping, I'm just gonna start patting it in. Again, I'm just patting it in so that the concealer can actually grab onto the shadow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with the shadow that had mocha on it, and I'm just gonna start filling in the top so that we can again fix any blend everything in, and again just filling everything back in again. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this dark color right here. This one is Central Park. So we're gonna, oh, I just dug my nail into it, of course. Of course I did. I'm gonna go in with the same brush and do it that way. Dust it off. And then this I'm just gonna put on this end right here to kind of just smoke out that end. Like that. And same thing on this side. What I want to do is I'm going to take some of this Steila shadow. It's kind of like a, it's called Follow the Sun. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the part that we concealed. Just to kind of give it some glow, like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to put on some of the Smashbox primer oil. This you only want to use a little bit of. You don't want to use too much of it, so I'm just going to take it and just dab it all over my face. Well, my cheeks anyway. I'll put a little bit everywhere. But again, not a lot, just a tiny little bit. I'm just gonna do a couple of things like that. And I'm actually gonna use a brush. This brush right here, freshly cleaned brush, just to kind of bring that primer all over, because we're gonna go over with another primer also. I like this primer, but I like full coverage primers that, I mean, pore concealing primers. So I'm gonna go in with the Nabi. This is a smoothing face primer. To me, this is like a dupe for Smashbox, which I do have also. I just didn't take that one out. I don't know why, but whatever, this will work. So I'm just going over this, and I'm kind of just wiping this everywhere. But I'm just going to use a little bit more, and then I rub it in at first, but then I take a little bit more and I dab it, because my pores, if you see them, they're so big. Like it's just a thing, guys. Like it's nothing to be ashamed of. I know, you know, nowadays people are like trying to look like airbrush and stuff like that, but that's not realistic. You know, nobody's skin has no pores, or you know, so I'm just trying to, you know, be realistic with this. So we're gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, and I'm gonna mix number 4 and number 2 because I'm not sure. I'm gonna try it number 2 first to see how light it is, but I'm thinking that it might be too light for me or too yellow. So I'm gonna see. So I already mixed it, I already shook it up. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brush, and I'm just trying, oh, here we go. And then I'm gonna use the Morphe 439 brush to put this on. I think this one might work. I hate the redness in my face also. Hate it. So at first I rub, trying not to go over the eye part. Need a little bit more. And then I go in and I dab because my cheeks have to be full coverage or I don't like it. And I go in and I dab with the brush first, and then I will use my beauty blender to go over everything. And then yes, I do take a little bit and I put it on the sponge like that, and then I just go over my cheeks. Because you see how it kind of fills in the pores? And I feel like the sponge kind of like puts everything in place. Yeah, this concealer is probably a little light, but that's okay. Nothing that a little bronzer and contour can't fix. Now that we're done with that, let's put on some concealer. So I'm going in with the camo again, the e.l.f. camo. I kind of dig this concealer. I mean, I do like the Shape Tape, but for more affordable, you know, because Shape Tape is expensive, this one is definitely a good one. Alright, so I think that should be good for now. I do just want to bring this up. And then I'm going to take this and just pat it in. Pat, don't rub. Alright, so I know that I left the line there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on with the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I'm just going to like contour the face. So I'm just going to buff this out. Alright, I'm just gonna put a little bit more on the cheeks, and then I'm gonna put some down at the bottom. I'll show you. So here, here, and then down here. Trying to hide that double chin. Again, just pat and bring up. And you will go over it with bronzer, so you don't have to worry too much. Then you're gonna go in, buff this out. Make sure it's fully buffed on your neck. You don't want to be walking around with streaks. I'm just gonna pat out a little bit. I'm just gonna dab out the contour first. The contour first. And then I'm gonna dab in. And you want to bring this up towards your eyebrow because you want it to make it look like it's coming from there. Let's go in with powder. I'm gonna use the RCMA powder. This is a no color powder. This was my ride or die back in the day. I haven't used this in a while, and I saw it today and I said, oh, you know what, let's try it. So right now we're just going to push this in like that so that we could bake. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over the eye and press before I put any powder, just to take out any fine lines. You don't want to press the powder into your fine lines, so you want to press them out and then take the powder and then set the under eye like that. And then I go all the way up like that, and then I just put some on the rest of the face, just pat it out. Like that. And if you notice, I really just go lightly over the contour area. Just going to clean all that up. I'm going to take the Sculpting Glow palette by Kleancolor. It looks like that. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm going to start bronzing. Oh, this one has a lot of fallout. And I'm just going to swipe up. Oh, too much. Don't worry. We could fix that. We could fix that. Don't worry. If you ever have too much bronzer, or too much of anything, just know that everything can be fixed. Everything can be fixed. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take my beauty sponge with the powder, and I'm just going to all right, so for now, we're gonna leave the face like this. We're gonna go back to the eyes. I'm gonna use this Essence Long Lasting pen. It's a brown eyeliner. And I'm just gonna draw the line. And of course, you're not really gonna see it towards the end because, sorry. You're not gonna see it towards the end because the end is already dark. But we're still gonna put it on there. And do the same thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Curl, curl, curl. My eyelashes are super, super long but straight. And I don't care how much I curl them, they don't curl. It's not a thing. It's just not. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Lash Princess. And I'm just going to put some on the eyelashes so that we can get them ready to go in with our falsies. I'm gonna go in with a brush like this to just kind of dust out the under eye. And I'm gonna go in with puder again underneath the eye, and I'm just gonna drag that all the way under the eye. Like that. Same thing over here. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of mocha. Dust it. I'm gonna just put mocha at the end right there. Same thing over here, just the end. Then I'm gonna take that pencil brush and I'm gonna go into Central Park, the darker brown. Dust it, and then that one's strictly going to stay towards the back, like that. Same thing over here. I'm actually gonna take the darker color, the Central Park color, one more time, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit right in here. Just like that. Again, same thing right in here. Figure out what lashes we're gonna put on. So I took out 2 lashes, and I think we're gonna go with these. These are called Conceited by Beauty Creations. They look like that. I'm gonna take them out of here, and I'm just gonna pull them out. So you wanna pull them out to match the eyes of where you're taking them out from. So I pulled it out, and then you always wanna curl the lash. So you wanna take the lash and kind of curl it, and then you wanna fit it to your eye to see what you need to cut. I actually think it's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna cut that one. So take my duo glue. So this is the green duo glue. This is the easiest way to put on your eyelashes, guys. Like, if you don't really know how to put on your eyelashes and you want an easy way, just put this on like you're putting on eyeliner. Just like this. Literally, just like you're putting on eyeliner. And you see how it's light? It turns translucent when it's dry. So you always want to let your lash glue dry a little bit so that it sticks, because the more it dries, the tackier it gets. And the tackier it is, the easier it is to put on, and your eyelash won't slip and slide all over the place. Let that sit for a second, kind of dry it out. Oh, my earring's coming out. What's happening? What's happening? You guys like my earrings? They say queen, because I'm queen for the day. All right, so they're kind of dry. So I'm gonna take my tool, my handy dandy tool, and I'm gonna take the lash. I'm gonna grab it from the middle of the lash, and I'm gonna place it down, and then I'm gonna maneuver it to fit where I want it to be. And then once you have it on, you're gonna take the tool and you're gonna push it down so that it combines with your eyelashes. So I'm just going through and putting it on like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Take it in the middle, place it down. You always want to put the middle on first so that you know that it's like glued. I'm sorry, so you know that it's on, and then you want to do the ends. So again, clamp it, make sure it's all together, push it up, and you got your lashes on. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the infallible, L'Oreal Infallible pencil in black. I'm gonna go over the top so that everything, so that you don't see anything. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this down a little bit, and I'm just gonna go over the line like that. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Cheekathon Benefit palette. It looks like this, and I'm just gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer and put some of that on. Put some of that on because, you know, I like my Hola. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics blush palette. Looks like that. And I'm gonna go in with these two colors right here. So this one and this one. I'm just gonna mix them. And I'm just gonna dust that on. I know it looks a little muddy, but I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. It's only this side that looks muddy because I put too much. Where's my brush? Put too much of the other one on there. See, nothing, a little stuff won't help. I'm going to put a little bit of Anastasia brow gel on my brows so that they are on fleek, because who doesn't like brows on fleek? All right, so what's next? We're gonna go in with the Italia Deluxe brown color. Looks like that. And I'm just gonna start lining my lips. Like I have powder in my eye. And everything in the bottom. I'm gonna take the Badass Icon Uma in the color Aretha. Looks like that. Take my setting spray the Beauty Creation setting spray. So I'm going to use the Beauty Creations highlight palette, and I'm going to go in with this one called Sweet Sparkle. Then I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna go into the same one and I'm gonna place it underneath my brow bone like that. Same thing here. And I'm going to take the same thing and I'm going to place it right here. Like that. And that's it. That's it. We're all done. We are all done, guys. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so good being back with you guys. I hope that you guys like these videos. I hope that they're not boring. I know that the new thing is like reels, you know, and things like that, short makeup videos, but I'm still trying to get used to that. I don't really know too much about that. I'm not really tech savvy, so I'm just gonna do this for now, and hopefully people like it. And I enjoyed it. Again, I'm back, so, and I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys like this look. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when new videos go up, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.